Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. What is the relationship between anxiety and anger? We sometimes see people who are full of anxiety becoming very angry from time to time. If we have anxiety, how can we prevent that from becoming anger?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Anxiety, it is coming from your heart. That your heart, it is filled with confusion and worry. And because it is feeling confusion and worry and feeling threatened, anything that you don't like, you feel that it is attacking you. Somebody can give you a feather, and because of your state of anxiety, you think someone is giving you a whip, because it feels that way. You feel that you are very open and you are feeling very sensitive. Why is that? This is especially coming to people of the 21st century, and especially people who are in first world countries. It's going everywhere, of course, but especially here. Why is that? What makes a man to think that his problems are so severe, his personal problems are so severe, that everything else around him turns very, very threatening and dark? Javani used to have a plaque saying very simple. What is that saying?
I complained that I had no shoes until I saw a man with no feet.
I complained because I had no shoes until I saw a man with no feet. Today, everyone, not only they have so many feet, there are so many shoes. When they have so many shoes, because they have so many feet, now they start complaining because they're saying, I have 10,000 of these shoes, but I don't have that one. My life is not complete until I have that one. I'm miserable until I have that one. Yes? You live in a beautiful house, you have everything, but you don't have that one thing. And that one thing, which is an extra thing, you think it is tied with your spirit. You think it is tied with your need. What you want has become a need. And when you don't get what you need, you think it's going to kill you. We don't hear too much this anxiety amongst people who are really poor, living in third world countries. They don't have time for anxiety. They're struggling to live. And you see they have the most life in their eyes. Yes? Those are the ones who live for the moment also. Today we have this, we're very happy because we have this, because we don't know whether tomorrow we're going to have or not. And they eat and they share. But us, Allah is giving us so much, we become very, very, very spoiled. And like what that plaque is saying, until I see a man with no shoes. How many of us here are exposed once a month to people who have no feet? How many of us? Let's just say amongst us. How many of us? Once a month. Once in 2 months, once in 6 months, we're seeing really poor people living up here. There are. But the system that we live in, they make them into little neighborhoods. So it's not mixed. They say beyond these tracks, it is very rich neighborhood, you don't go inside. Below these tracks, very poor neighborhood, you don't cross over. We don't want you to come to our school. We don't want you to do anything with us. we close our community. Meaning what? You are not our neighbor. You are not our neighbor. You are not going to share life together. We're not going to look. They pull everything aside so you can walk around feeling very comfortable. But you don't walk around feeling very comfortable too. When you are that separated from reality, you're not going to get satisfaction. You're going to get envy. Because this world is designed to make those who are running after it always to have envy in their hearts, never satisfaction. You get one, you say, I have to have two. You get two, but that one has four. I must get that. And capitalism, the way that it is designed, is never to get something, to be satisfied with it, and to use it for life. You eat, you consume, and you throw to waste. Always. There is no value. There is no satisfaction. So yeah, that is against your spirit. When you get that, because you don't compare yourself, you don't see those ones who have worse than you, then you think that your situation is the worst. It may be the worst to you. But really, when you compare to someone else, this, that, and the other, when you are in sohbat, when you're in a community, you learn how to help. Even if your problems are bigger than anyone else, somebody comes to you and say, I have this problem, and you can help. You help, suddenly your big problem becomes small too. It does. So now every anger, if it's not for haqq, it is against to haqq. If it is not for the sake of Allah, then every anger, it is being angry at Allah. It is a satanic anger. So be around the people who are more cool, who are more level-headed, who you look at them, these things are happening, how they are not upset, how they are not angry, how you learn from them. These kinds of things you cannot read in books. We can point in the right direction. But the system of living as a community, as a village, as a neighborhood, to have neighbors, is destroyed in this century. It's destroyed. Even now, when you have that, you don't have the spirit of the community, the spirit of neighborhood. You may be living next to each other, you don't have that spirit anymore. It's destroyed, it's finished. How are you going to have that when the Khilafat is finished? Everyone now is running after their own dunya. When you have that, then it's easier for you to work. You're getting so upset like this, like that, you come in and you look at others, you help them. Things are lifted away. Now they're teaching you, if you have a problem like this, pull yourself back from the community, find yourself, put your head back together, and then come back. So many times it doesn't work like that, and you get worse. It does. It is only by helping others. As Allah says, if you want Allah to help you, you have to help yourself. You cannot help yourself unless you help others. You cannot do anything, smile. Allah forgive me, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.